So just a quick look at two of the, I guess, charts that we've been following over the last week or so. This one is the euro. This is the euro on a 20-minute chart, and really what I'm trying to show here is looking at both 20-minute time frames as well as something larger. The next will be the dailies. This was posted actually, this particular chart was posted around about 6:30 on the morning of the 10th of August. In fact, I posted a very similar chart, as you can see, the preceding morning on the 9th. And what I was basically saying is to look for a move down to this particular line here, which is a lower parallel, and for a bounce back up. Following morning 10th, I'm still saying exactly the same thing. Still looking for a move back down to this particular line and a bounce back up. So we kind of roll forward to the 16th. It actually took several days. This was the area where we were just watching. We moved back up, saw resistance a second time. If anything, both of these highs here confirmed the fork because these were in the precise slope of the fork. So it continues. Once again, we're looking for a low at this particular line. And as I said yesterday morning, yesterday being the 16th of August, a little bit early to be calling this a bounce, but we've definitely seen a little bit of a movement up from that particular line. Roll forward to this morning, and obviously the bounce worked beautifully. We bounced from around about 125 at 122.50 or 60. We topped out about 123.70, about 120 pips. And in fact, on the webinar yesterday, we identified through one of our members, Ben, that this was potential resistance based upon a sliding parallel that had worked previously here and here. We fell back, saw quartile support, moved back up. So if you hadn't taken profit at the sliding parallel yesterday, you could have done so very, very early this morning back at the line. And in fact, if I'm to look at the live chart right now, in fact, here it is right now, you can see that in fact we have fallen away from resistance. And in fact, this is a live chart, and I'd be looking for 123.40 to hold. If 123.40 breaches to the downside, I'm looking for a move back towards the lower parallel. So again, going back, this is a scenario where we were looking for a bounce from this particular line, and it took about 6 or 7 days to come to fruition, and here it is. We drive into the lower parallel and bounce for about 120 pip move to the upside. Equally, if we go back and look at the Japanese yen, this is Japanese yen on a daily chart. We've been following this from probably the middle of July, this particular line here. This is a sliding parallel, and I'm noticing the fact that we're grinding along the sliding parallel. And I'm saying no real direction, but we're staying above support. So what you'd be looking at doing is taking a long at support. Roll forward to the 16th, just yesterday, and you can see now we've started to move up. We had about approximately, it looks like maybe about 100 pips move to the upside, and rolling forward further to today, you can see now that move is really getting some traction. So again, this is just two examples of how we're able to look for support with the euro in an area where I suspect very, very few people were looking, which is down at the lower parallel, and in the Japanese yen, something that was actually far, far more obvious, but again, it's following the slope of our fork, and it's difficult to see on this particular zoom, but all of the closes are above our support line. That's the critical thing that we look for. So there you go. Hope this has been useful in showing you some of the types of turns that we're able to identify on a daily basis in currencies, precious metals, and the indices. Have a good one. Bye-bye.